Dr. Jew, and this is my dog Jazz. Jazz is nearly 7 and he means the world to me. But in the last year we had a health scare where it looked like his kidneys could go into failure. So today I'm going to talk to you about how to make sure that your dog drinks enough. Many dogs don't drink enough in this modern world. That might be because they're left at home alone all day and would feel uncomfortable because they've got nowhere to go to the toilet, or it might be that, like Jazz, they come to work with you but they don't always get a break when they want to, and it's very often about going to toilets on strange surfaces. So dogs have often taught themselves not to drink as much as they should do. And what I'm going to talk to you about is how to make sure that your dog drinks enough and enjoys it. What you're aiming to do is get your dog to drink around 85-90 millilitres of water a day for every kilogram of weight. So for Jazz, who's around 8 kilos at the moment, he's drinking 700 millilitres a day. And we're dividing that into 5 drinks. Jazz's drinks are divided into 125 millilitre first thing and last thing, and 150 millilitres for each drink through the day. So 3 drinks a day are without food. That's first thing in the morning when I get up and let him out and make myself a cup of tea, lunchtime when we come home from work, and around 9 o'clock at night. The aim should be that they never go more than 11 hours without a drink. So we begin when I get up in the morning and get myself a hot drink. Jazz has 125 millilitres of water mixed up either with goat's yoghurt or with fish paste. The yoghurt is goat's yoghurt. That's really important. Plain, unsweetened goat's yoghurt. Cow's yoghurt, sweetened yoghurts, definitely a no-no for dogs. But here I'm just adding a teaspoonful of yoghurt into 125 millilitres of water, and I'm whizzing it up with my electric teaspoon. It's just a cheap whiz that you can get for lattes, hot chocolate, but very, very useful if, like me, you've got quite poorly hands. One advantage of yoghurt is 50% protein, 50% fat, so it's nice and balanced. It's also very good for the immune system. But the other thing that I use is tuna fish paste. I buy delicatessen quality so that it's guaranteed A, to be dolphin friendly, very important too, and B, not to have any chemicals in it. And it's mixed with 50% olive oil. So again, as with the yoghurt, it's roughly 50% fat and protein. And again, just a small teaspoonful in lukewarm water, whizzed up with the electric teaspoon. Very, very acceptable to almost any dog. However, some dogs will only drink the yoghurty water, some will only drink the fish water, or there may be something else that your dog likes. But if you do try something else, be very, very careful there's no salt in it. That's really important because that's really going to impact on kidneys. The next water that Jazz has is with his breakfast, and this is simply a case of tipping it onto the food. The key is to make it lukewarm so that it's body temperature and not cold. You'd be really surprised at how easily dogs will take to just eating and drinking at the same time, even if you're just using biscuits. Unless it's a very hot day, dogs always prefer lukewarm water. They're carnivores, they would be used to eating food that's freshly killed, so they're really actually, horrible though it is to think about it, they're used to drinking things at blood temperature, not freezing cold. So again, if your dog is not very keen to drink, then think about the temperature of the water. So at lunchtime, there's another 150 millilitre to be served, and this time I give it to him with fish paste. Jazz's regime is balanced, so that we use 125 millilitres of water first thing and last thing, and then 150 millilitres of water on his food morning and evening and for his lunchtime drink. I've just organised it that way because it's really important to have regular drinks that are the same or roughly the same size and that you can measure easily. It's very important that you can measure the drinks properly, which is why I say kind of don't worry too much if it's 85 millilitres, 90 millilitres. The main thing is to make sure that you've got 5 drinks of roughly equal sizes. You can serve a little bit less first thing and a little bit less last thing, which is what we do if that's necessary to make it balance. It's really important to get a jug that's marked up easily so you can see the exact measurements. Just add a little bit of water, take a little bit of water out to get it exactly right, because being accurate is important. If you get a jug like this that's already marked up, then you can put it in the dishwasher for good hygiene. But it's fine to be able to wash up something by hand and also mark it up with a permanent marker or a piece of tape. Those won't survive the dishwasher though. It's still really important to maintain a good water regime wherever your dog goes, and that's in essence clean water bowls every day, change the water at least twice a day, have it available wherever the dog is. But you'll still notice that each time they use that water bowl, they're drinking considerably less than they are when they're actually finishing a full unit of the liquid that you've measured out for them. Within 3 weeks of being on this regime, Jazz's blood tests had returned to normal, which was just such a huge relief I can't begin to tell you. However, I'm not a vet and I'm not a medical doctor, so if you're having a problem with your dog's health or you're considering introducing something new, do contact your own vet first. Jazzy. Gonna go flap flap. Gonna go wizzy woo woo.